All right, we should be live on Facebook. Actually, live on Facebook and live on YouTube, I think. Let me have a look. Yeah, I think we should. So today's update, today's live stream is going to be about scam lending coins are the next flavor of the make money online crowd. And as you guys see, as you guys know, I have a pretty good idea of what's going on with what's going on in the space, and I see a lot of things happening. Good morning, James. How are you, mate? Good to see you back. And I have a pretty good idea of what's going on in this space, and I see all this stuff unfolding. Hey, Sahib. Hi, Bug and Hunter's Paradise. How you guys going? Guys and gals, how you guys going? Because I mean, I've only got to troll my Facebook feed, and then I just see all, like, most of it's rubbish. So I know what's going on just from looking at my news feed, and then the next thing I do is I go to YouTube, then I have a look at my emails, and I don't really have to go any further because then I pretty much know what's going on. Just before we go into that, see, there's a bit of a sell-off here now with Bitcoin, but this is going to break through 8 grand very soon. If it, I mean, it hasn't broke through 8 grand yet, but it's just a matter of time. If we go to WellCoin Index, and we look at the history over the last 3 months, it just hasn't quite hit 8 grand. 8795, right? It's just a matter of time before it hits 8 grand, 9 grand, and then 10 grand. So, I mean, we had a bit of a dip here. I remember having a conversation with one guy, and he said to me, "Oh, should I buy Bitcoin now?" And this is when Bitcoin Cash was getting pumped, and people were flipping from Bitcoin Cash to from Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash, and this lull here, this 5, I think when I was talking to him, it was 5,600 and something, right? And not long after, he asked me, should I wait or should I buy Bitcoin now? And it was hovering about 5,600, and I said to him, what are you waiting for? I said, buy Bitcoin now. What are you waiting for? I mean, it's only a couple of $100, right? If it drops, I don't think it's going to drop below 550, right? And it dropped, and it went to 5,500. I meant it went to 5,589, and then it went up, and then it went down again, and then it started to ascend after people flipped out of Bitcoin Cash, and now it's like just under 8,000. So I said to him, don't worry about saving $100 or $200. Just buy it now, because when Bitcoin goes back up, right? I hope he bought it. He would have already made nearly a 2,300 profit within 4 days. He would have made $2,300 profit if he sold now in 4 days. So don't worry about a couple of $100 on the buy. It's gonna go up. So I hope you bought. Anyway, so what we're seeing is something very, very interesting. Something very, very interesting. And what's happening is Bitcoin price is going up now. For Bitcoin, for those of you guys that don't know, for the price of Bitcoin to go up, it's relative to the market cap. So for this price to go up, either the money has to come from either alts right, to boost this market cap up, or it's new money's going to come in. And what we're seeing now is with the market cap, it's at an all-time high of 27 billion, nearly 28 billion dollars. So I've been watching this for like forever, and ever since Bitcoin Cash got pumped, it reached over the 200 billion mark. Now there's another 27 billion has come from somewhere, right? We know that the money going into Bitcoin is not coming from alts. I mean, some of it's coming from alts. The usual trend of, when Bitcoin goes up, alts suffer. When Bitcoin's people will sell Bitcoin to go back into alts, all that sort of stuff, right? That we know that happens all the time. But this new money, 27 billion has come into the crypto market space, right? And predominantly it's going into Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is 132 billion out of the 227 billion, so it's over 50%. Okay, so it's if you want to be exact, I mean, you could divide this. It's about 50. I don't know, 55%, maybe 53%. So now that you know this, right, you can sort of predict roughly where Bitcoin can be. So if you let's just say on the low side it's at 50%, right, and let's just say this is 8,000. Okay, so are you guys with me? Do you guys know what I mean? Comment below if you know what I'm trying to let you guys know. Good morning, Steve, Gordon. Hey, Raphael. How you guys going? I haven't seen you for a while, Raphael, since the old RevShare days, mate. Hi, Anthony. Hey, Ferdos. How you going, bro? Yeah, so now that we know that, right, we can sort of predict where Bitcoin's going to be. So if you know that where this market cap is going, then you can sort of figure out what Bitcoin's going to be. So if Bitcoin's going to be, if Bitcoin to get to like 16,000, right? That means the market cap's got to increase. Like this has got to double, which is 132, right? So that's 132 times 2, because Bitcoin just roughly, you can't see this calculator, but it's behind the screen. So the market cap for Bitcoin is going to be roughly 264 billion to get to 16,000, right? To get to Bitcoin worth $16,000. And we know that's 15% of the market cap. So then in times 2 again. So we've got to see around 528 billion, or say $500 billion to come into the crypto market space for Bitcoin to be $16,000. So based on that, if you can sort of know where this money coming from, and they recently, this is why this was a big deal, right? This is why that when they this Chicago-based trading firm, or it's a financial kind of a brokerage firm. This is actually not, yeah, this is it here. Historic British hedge fund man group says it is likely to add Bitcoin to investments. Yeah, this is here. It's once the US exchange CME launches Bitcoin futures next month. So you got these big fund hedge fund managers and groups that are looking at Bitcoin seriously, and now you got the bridge between Wall Street and cryptocurrency with this US exchange CME launches Bitcoin futures next month. So what's going to happen, going back to what I said about this, for this to reach $500 billion, Bitcoin will be roughly 15.5 to 16,000. Now, Wall Street's got a lot of money. There's a lot of money, way more money in Wall Street than there is in crypto. So I think we're going to see, we could see a $15,000 Bitcoin faster than we think. We could see it within maybe a couple of months. We just don't know, right? But once they open the gates with this, CME is going to launch Bitcoin futures contracts. Once we see this, you're going to see this flood of crypto money coming in, right? If we go to $500 billion, this is going to be 15.5, 16,000, right? So that's what I said to this guy. Don't worry about, saving a couple of $100 down the bottom end here, because Bitcoin's going to the moon, and you're not going to worry about $100 or $200 here. So if you haven't got Bitcoin yet, there is going to be some serious money coming in when this CME starts to launch and trade Bitcoin futures. There's going to be some serious money from Wall Street coming in, and we're going to see this huge. So watch this market cap. It could go to $500 billion faster than we know it, and that means that Bitcoin price is going to go $15,000, $16,000 faster than we think. It could happen in a couple of months. We just don't know. We're seeing the volatility of Bitcoin, and we're seeing how fast it's taken off. We just don't know, right? But we know this. We know one thing. That Bitcoin it's going massively. It's growing massively, and we're right in it. So even if you buy Bitcoin right now for 8,000, it's still cheap, because you never know. In 2 to 3 months, we could be having this conversation, and it could be 16,000, and then you're going to kick yourself in the ass, right? So that's the deal with this, right? I'm not sure what that is. I think maybe it's a different one. Well, I'm live on Facebook. I don't know what that window is. Anyway, so what's happening now, right, with these scam programs, these scam lending coins? So basically, what they're doing is they're basically mimicking BitConnect, because I've seen the popularity and the rise of BitConnect, and we've seen how you can have a scam program with a scam coin, but if you pump it and you get enough people involved, the coin can go up in value superficially. So now all these make money online people are jumping on the ICO scam lending coins, and you can make money with them, right? You can make money with them, and it's the same thing, guys. It's the same thing with these people. They promote scams and all this sort of garbage, and they just move on to the next scam, right? It's like I said, these people, like I said in my live stream yesterday, people sending me all this hate on YouTube and on Facebook, saying that I'm spreading hate about BitConnect. I said, I'm not spreading hate about BitConnect. I'm spreading the truth about BitConnect. If you think hate is the truth, then I really feel sorry for you. And it's like I said in my last live stream. Drug dealers, they deal drugs, right? It's easy money to them, and then once they make that money, they get caught, right? And then they reoffend. They go to jail, and then what's the first thing they do? I wouldn't say 90, but a lot of them reoffend. In other words, they go back into the scam programs because that's all they know, because they deal drugs, and that's what they do, right? So it consumes you. These programs like this, they consume you, and you think, oh, I'm just going to throw in some money for BitConnect, and I'm going to make some money with BitConnect, but then you get consumed by it, right? You become a product of the scam itself, and you perpetuate it because you thought, oh, I'm just going to throw $100 or $200. This is people's attitudes. Oh, I'm just going to go throw $100. I want to throw $200. Yeah, you put a short monetary figure to it, but what's it doing to you psychologically? you know, what's it doing to you psychologically? It's forever gonna mess up your thinking, and you're always gonna be, now that you're hooked on these scam programs, you're always gonna be going for the easy money, right? And you become this you can become this different person, right? That's always going for these scam. So you make money in a legit ICO, right? Hats off to you, right? ICO just concluded. I'm very, very excited about this one because I looked at this one, right, and I pulled it out, and I just thought this is like a diamond in the rough. And you guys in ICO Gold Rush, I just made a post about it. You know what I'm talking about. This is as legit as it can be. Totally under the radar. The team is solid. They just already previously released 3 successful products to the marketplace over those several years, and they have into the hundreds and thousands of users. And then they launched this new product, and they needed an ICO to do it. Now, they didn't raise a lot. I think they raised like $6 million or $5 million, but it was enough for them to move forward with the roadmap. So you guys, this is totally underrated, because you know the token supply, right? This one's going to be just marinate on this one, guys. Just marinate on it. We could see this like going to the moon. Like, you know, it's not outrageous for it to 20 or 30x. The token supply it's capable of doing it. We know the team will execute. I'm very excited. This is what I'm talking about. Legit ICOs. Now, these other scam ICO programs, you can make money with them. Yeah, you can make money with them. You know, I can just rattle them off now. BitConnect, I don't even know if BitConnect had an ICO, but HextraCoin, RegalCoin, there's another one, Devor. You can make money with these ICOs, scam lending program ICOs. You can. I'm telling you the truth here. You can make money with them. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, but it's definitely high risk. But as like with the actual program itself, I wouldn't get involved in the lending program. It's nothing but a scam. There's nothing going on, right? It's just like BitConnect. There's nothing going wrong. They're just shifting money, and they're able to pay out because of the fluctuations in Bitcoin and the superficially pumping and hyping the price within their centralized network, which tricks new investors that there is real value in that actual BitConnect coin, right? So then they invest in it and they exchange their they exchange their real value coin BTC to BCC, which is just nothing but garbage. And through that value transfer, that's how they're able to pay out. So, in other words, once there is hint or there is trouble in the camp that BitConnect can't start to pay out their loans, their interest on the loans, because, you know, obviously $10,000 in will turn into $5 billion in 3 months, in 3 years. Sorry, excuse me, right? This is compounded. So that tells you that at some point, right, through pure mathematics, that BitConnect will not be able to sustain itself, because the loans, like, I mean, to put $10,000 and to get paid out $1.1 billion, and you got 300,000 people that have put more than $10,000. I mean, sorry, more than some have put more than 100,000 in, right? Just go on YouTube. You just see this $100,000 BitConnect. They had this competition, right? It's just hilarious, right? Anyway, so what's going to happen on the around December the 8th is, this is not my words, this is Cliff High, right? You guys know Cliff High. He's an awesome advocate for Bitcoin. He even said that according to his data that BitConnect will start running out of money, because it's been going for like a few years now. I think it's going to start running out of money, and because, you know, you put in $10,000 and you're compounding over 3 years to get something like $5 billion back, they're not going to meet those interest payments, and what they'll do is they'll just start to change their terms, start to change things like they've already done with their referral program, right? Then you're going to start to see other things change to slow things down, to and it's just all just prolonging the inevitable, right? So once this happens, right, once you start to see that there's trouble in the camp, and there's people are not confident, and they're like, hang on a second, this is my repayments are starting to dwindle, or they're starting to take longer to pay out. Once that starts to happen, it will start to happen, right? People are not going to get confident, and then once that confidence is lost, people are not going to cash in, people are not going to buy in, and the people that are in the network aren't going to buy out. At the whole time, this whole time, the people that control the network, which is BitConnect, they're cashing out all the time. Every single day, they're cashing out. They're taking out, I don't know, but they'll be taking out millions and millions a week. So they're cashing out. They're taking all the money that's coming in through BitConnect, the new investors coming in. That's what they're doing, right? So they're laughing all the way to the bank. So this is going to happen, and once you see this drop in confidence, and people will not buy into it because they're scared that they can't get out because their money's locked up for 299 days or some ludicrous idea, then you're going to see it fall, and it's going to fall fast. And when that happens, it's going to be a fucking shitstorm. You know, it's going to be a big shitstorm. So these scam lending ICOs, you can make money from them, right? There's no denying that, but it's high risk. It's just like HYPs, right? But you got to be careful with them because, like I said before, like the drug dealer scenario, right? You go into one, you make some money, then you get hooked, right? You have to look at it from an investor standpoint. You can't get emotional about it. If you make money in something, you could have got lucky. You know what I'm saying? So just stick with the legit ICOs. You might, if you want to have a dabble with these scam lending programs that they don't show any team, just know what you're getting into, right? But you can do the same with legit ICOs. I'm starting to see many people on Facebook post stuff and then making outrageous claims, and I just dig a little bit deeper, and I know straight away that it's a scam lending program, because normal ICOs don't do that. Yeah, normal ICOs don't do that, right? So it's all about legitimacy. It's all about, you know, being transparent. You know what I mean? It's all about being able to see the team. It's all about doing all this stuff. Now, if you want to have a gamble with that other stuff, you can, but just know you're taking a high risk, right? So yeah, I'm just trying to, you know, educate you guys, give you guys a clear path of what to do, and then, you know, you guys can then just do what you want. But I'm telling you now, this year I've still got a few really big ICOs which I haven't cashed out on. I've got a couple that are really going good. So either way, I'm still going to make a lot of money from legit ICOs. You know what I mean? People have this notion in their mind that they have to do all shady shit to make money. You know, it's the same crowd that is doing all these make money online programs, right? You know, I watched this one marketer the other day, and he is a good marketer. I enjoy his stuff, and I enjoy watching a lot of his videos. But you know, his due diligence, he went to this conference to have a look, to meet the owners and blah blah blah, to know that it's legit, which is great. You know, that's a sign of a leader. But one thing that he said to me, which I just looked at it and I sort of had a bit of a chuckle, is that, you know, and you have to do this with investments anyway, but I'm just saying it's more prevalent with the make money online crowd because there's so many scams. So he went to the actual event to check out the owners for himself before he could promote it. You know what I mean? So that is what is required in the make money online space. You need to go to the owners to talk to them personally to find out if they're not scammers or not. right? And that's prevalent with make anything financial or make money online, right? And especially it's with it's definitely prevalent with ICOs. Sorry, with make money online crowd, because there's so many scams out there. But it just sort of made me laugh to think that he had to reassure himself and go there, because so many of these programs, like, you know, we've seen them right lately with that they've scammed or just stopped paying. You know, NPA was one of them, right? Stop paying. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. There's so many out there that are going to fall. Questra stop paying. I don't know if they're going to continue to pay. Who knows? Many will come, and many will fall, and this is not going to stop. Right? It's just the faces are different, the names are different, but it's the same shit. All right, and that's what it is. Right? So, you know, if you're delusional to all this, if you think that your program is not going to stop paying you one day, you have a lot to learn, my friend, because it will stop paying you. All right, it will stop paying you. Nothing lasts forever. Everything just has a time frame, right? So that's why you go after legit stuff, because if they're completely transparent, you know, that's a sign of a good project for the future. All right. So that's pretty much it, guys. You know, I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there that's garbage. There's a lot of stuff out there that's, you know, good information. You just pick and choose which way you want to go. You can take, you know, once you, what I'm saying is, once you start building up your portfolio and you have a lot of money, you can afford to, you know, put some money into these more higher risk programs. Even with ICOs, we do the same with ICOs. We go after the best ICOs, and then the ones that don't score as high, or, you know, have things that, you know, it's still a good project, but at the end of the day, the team has got to execute, right? And if all those other ducks don't line up, you know, it could be a project that could go on either way, right? But as you know, if you've got a couple of $100 grand, 200, 300, 400,000 in the kitty, right, from doing ICOs, you can afford to drop 10 grand into something that's questionable, as in this, whether it's going to be successful or not. But if it is successful, it'll blow up. You know what I mean? So you've got the luxury of throwing 10 grand at something that's, you know, it didn't score as high, but if it goes off, it'll be a big payday. And that's what I'm saying. But it's all got to be legit at the end of the day, you know. Anything that is of questionable, or is a scam, or is there's conjecture about it, or there's people talking about it saying it's shady, you know, those opinions, they have to be looked at and thinking, why are people calling BitConnect a scam? Why is this so? Why is Cliff High, in my opinion, one of the, you know, premier experts in Bitcoin and basically money and the economy, and he publicly said BitConnect is a scam, right? So I'm going to believe BitConnect. I'm going to believe Cliff High. I'm not going to believe some program where I don't even know who the owners are. You know what I mean? So you just have to look at it with a grain of salt and think, if people are talking about some sort of program or some sort of ICO and they're saying it's a scam, well, I need to investigate a little bit further on why people are saying that. People don't just say stuff because, you know, they've got nothing better to do, right? If something, it's like a movie, right? If a movie's awesome, what do people do? They're going to talk and say it's awesome. If a movie's shit, well, they're going to go and tell people it's shit. But if a movie's good or shit, either way, people are not going to just do nothing. They're going to say something, right? And when you got a program like BitConnect, I mean, there's so much controversy about it. You got to look at it from an investor point of view and thinking, why are these people saying this sort of stuff? And that applies to everything. Applies to ICOs, applies to programs, applies to everything. You know what I mean? So haven't put as much gone in as many ICOs. I think I'll only probably go into 4 ICOs this month. but I'm starting to reap the rewards of September and October ICOs starting to cash out, and I'm very excited about that, because that's the best part about ICOs, is starting to cash out. Okay, a luckier shot, just received my first Antminer. Awesome. Definitely mining pays me every day, guys. All right. Today I received just under $400 USD from mining and commissions. So, you know what I mean? I don't have to do anything. I'm just, you know, I don't have to do anything, literally nothing. But I've got ICOs running, right? And I'm making a lot of money from ICOs. So, you know, why not do it, right? Do it the legit way. Let's just have a look at Power Ledger. I still got a fair bit of Power Ledger. I haven't looked at it for 24 hours. So it's still hovering around $24, which is a 3x. So right now I could hit a button and 3x my money, right? But I don't want to do that, because I know that Power Ledger is going to go to, you know, could go to $1 very soon. It could go to $5, you know, in 6 to 12 months. The market cap's got to go up quite a bit for it to go to $5, but it's possible because it's a very good project, right? Even despite there's a big token count, circulating supply is only a third, right? So this has a lot of room to grow, and I'm very excited about it, because right now I'm sitting at 3x. You know, so I'm very excited about it. You go after these legit projects that long term, you know, they could 20 or 30x, and you're laughing, and you know that your money's safe, right? You go into the other scams like there's no guarantee with those things, in the sense that the probability of failing and scamming is a lot higher. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand. I don't understand why. Maybe it's just the rush. Maybe it's the rush that people do. They want to go into it because it's a rush, right? They're sitting on the edge. They could lose their money. Whoa, you know what I mean? It's a rush. And it doesn't make any. To me, it's just ludicrous behavior, because you're risking your money. You know what I mean? You're not making smart investment choices. Okay, if you got 10 million in the bank, of course, yeah, you throw 100 grand at an ICO and happy days. You don't give a shit if you lose it, right? It's nothing. Oh, 100 grand still something, but you know what I mean? It's not going to hurt you at all. You still, you know, but these people are putting this money into these scam lending programs. It's the last dollar they have, and they're risking it all, you know. But anyway, so there's both ways you can go about it. You get to choose which way you want to roll, and just know that there's consequences with everything. You can make money with. I would recommend you stay away from the actual scam lending programs themselves, right? Because now we've seen BitConnect, we saw Regal Coin, Hextra Coin, whatever bloody coin, and the actual programs themselves are nothing but garbage. But the ICOs might raise, you know, a little bit of money in the actual ICO, so there is profits there to be made. But usually these scam lending coins, they don't reveal the team. You know what I mean? They're all hush hush and shady about it, because they know that what they're doing is illegal, and they don't want the SEC. So this other one here, I think there's so many. I mean, God, there's so many out now. I think there's like 15 or 20. Who freaking knows? This one here's another scam lending one, lending program, but you know, people are investing in it. It's high risk. What else is there? Oh, there's so many. They're popping up like mushrooms. I think there's like probably about 20 now, right? They're all just BitConnect clones, and they're all high risk. So if you want to make money from it, make money from it. Just know that you're taking a big risk, but don't join the programs. In my opinion, don't join them. They're just nothing but scams. Anyway, guys, if you want legit shit, right? You want legit shit. You want to make money legit way. You want to make money. See, once you know how to make money with legit ICOs, and then there's no, you know, I mean, there's no limit. There's no limit to what you can do because, you know, as you can see now, just go to coin schedule, right? There's so many ICOs. There's going to be so many more. There's 51 launched in one day. So once you figure it all out and know and have the knowledge and start to invest in some legit ICOs and you make some money, and then you start to build your portfolio up, you know, you have 15 or 20 of these legit ICOs. You know, you put a 1 Ether in, or you put 10 Ether in, or 5 Ether in, or whatever. Just put some small amount in it, get them all marinating, and then just like a conveyor belt, right? 2 or 3 months down the track, they're going to start to, they will, like a cake, right? You're baking a cake, and then the cake starts to, it's ready to come out of the oven, right? And then you got all these cakes that are getting cooked. And then 3 months, 2 months, 3 months down the track, you're starting to take these cakes out. As you're putting new cakes or new buns in the oven, the other ones are coming out the other end, right? So you're cashing out and you're putting more money in, cashing out and putting more money in. And every time you hopefully will make a profit, and then you just compound. It's like compounding, right? More and more and more money. And then later on down the track, you might want to put in some money in these scam lending ICOs. That's up to you. But you're minimizing your risk. So they're just my thoughts on it. All right, it's all good. I haven't got my L3s yet. Lucky Shot. So I'm waiting on them. But I've got my D3s. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to go do some more work, look at some more things that I've got to do in ICOs, and I'll see you guys later on. I think the S9s now are about $1,700. Hey Pascal. But the, you know, you really need a lot of S9s to actually make some money. Just one S9 is not going to be enough. You need probably 100 S9s just have any type of decent amount of Bitcoin coming in, because don't forget, S9s are they're what do you call it? You have to mine the coins, right? And you mightn't crack it. You mightn't crack it. So it's going to take a few machines for you to get that constant flow of Bitcoin. But if you look at Bitcoin here, just go to crypto compare, right? So that's basically an S9 there. Let's just say your let's say your electricity is 15 cents. So your hash power is 13.5 terahash, power consumption, I think it's 1250, and your power cost is 15. So your S9 is putting about $15, $16 a day, if you can solve the hash, the equation, the algorithm. But you know, it's you need to make, like, if you had 100 of these, you know what I mean? If you had 100 of these, then you'd be cooking. 100 S9s, you know, you're making 20,000 a day. Well, that's actually 1,000. 100 S9s, you're making 1,900 profit per day. Take away some power. 1,500 profit per day with 100 S9s. So 100 S9s will probably cost you 170,000 plus PSUs plus shipping, taxes, maybe 200,000 or maybe 220,000 depending on your import taxes. So 220,000. You're making a profit per year is 555,000. So you basically will double your money within the first year. But then again, that's with the Bitcoin difficulty, and then but the Bitcoin price is going up. So I hate to say it, but the S9s are at the time weren't the best deal, but now they are because of Bitcoin. D3s have gone down because the difficulty, but the Litecoin ones are still pretty good, $18 a day. All right. So anyway, guys, mining is still definitely still an option. I love mining, but if you don't want to do it through your own machines, just to go through Genesis, but you won't have any Bitcoin contracts. That's all. But anyway, I'll stop blabbing. It's just information that you guys might want to know anyway before I shut it off. Okay, awesome. What's your profit per day? Do you know Lucky Shot? Yeah, most people use NiceHash. Try Ant Pool as well. I heard that Ant Pools gives you a little bit more. NiceHash will take you the. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. I think it's like a 50 cents or $1 difference between Ant Pool and NiceHash. But NiceHash will give. They'll take the extra, I think 2% or something, or 1% they charge you. So try Ant Pool for your what do you call it, S9. I'm earning $36. Awesome, man. That's awesome, Lucky Shot. Congratulations, man. You know, and then just try to scale up as much as you can. And S9's $20. Wow, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, doing well, man. See, so there's different ways. There's so, like, guys, there's so many ways to make make money legit. Make a shitload of money legit. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? There's so many ways to do it. Do ICOs, do trading. Like Lucky Shot, he's only got a couple of GPUs. I don't think he'd have many GPUs, but then he'd have he's got like an S9. But you know what I mean? There's so many ways to do stuff legitly. Yeah, try Ant Pool and let us know what you let us know how you go. I heard Ant Pool's just a little bit more profitable, like not much. I don't know. Maybe you might get $21, but it's an extra $1, right? There's an extra $30 a month. So just try. I don't know. That's what I heard. Ant Pool is just a little bit better than NiceHash. But that's a perfect example there. A dude. I'm assuming you're a dude. You know, a dude doing the mining. He's got a couple of mining. He's getting into doing mining from home, and that's just one way of making money, right? Legit shit, guys. You know what I mean? It's exciting when you make money and you actually do it in a legit way, and then you like, damn, I made some money, right? The satisfaction that you get, right? You can't explain it. You know what I mean? You went out there and you did something, you implemented something, right? And it worked. You didn't have to scam people. You didn't have to get people into your bullshit programs, right? You did it the legit way, and you made some money. I tell you, it hits you right here, right here, right? You get excited, and then you show other people. It's like, man. Anyway, enough blabbering, guys. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a good day. Oh, you okay, yeah. All right, cool. Thanks for the comments, Lucky Shot. If you do Ant Pool, let us know in the next live stream or whenever you do it next week, whatever. But yeah, it's always good to get good feedback to let you know what's going on. You know, there's so many different ways to make money. People out there doing it their own way. You know, it's good to share, let people know. Like, you know, hey, I'm doing this. I've got a mining machine. I'm doing this. I'm making this amount of money. Like, there's no, you know, there's no payoff. That's what I'm saying. The payoff for you is like you did something and you made some money, and then now you're gonna freely give that information away to someone else, and they're gonna make some money, and they're gonna come back to you and go, dude, you're freaking awesome. I just made money. You told me to do this. You didn't ask for anything back. I just went out and did it, and I came back and I made some money. You are so awesome. That's what it's about, right? Unfortunately, most people just are not at that level yet. They just don't see it that way. Once you get to that level and you can do that, it starts to open up the whole world to you. You know what I mean? You start to get so much more back. It's awesome. Anyway, guys, you have a fantastic day, and you guys, I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Thanks very much, guys. Catch you guys later. See yous.